Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Driscoll, the Creative Services Librarian at the Schaumburg Library, and today we're going to do a short video about how to plant some fall flowers. So to help me out, I've partnered up with Megan. You can find her on Instagram at Pollen Pine, where she showcases her seasonal designs and personalized planters that she creates. And today she's going to take us through some steps for planting fall flowers into a window box. For fall, you're looking at wanting to get an array of different plants and flowers. You don't just have to rely on that big planter of mums. Okay, so here's a photo of the plants that we're going to be working with today. So in this pile is millet, some bright pink celosia, gloriosa daisies, asterospermum, mums, and coral bells. So fall plants can't take that much moisture, so you want to make sure that you're planting more in the sun than in the shade, because if not, then you're going to experience root rot, since the water won't be able to drain enough. The biggest thing for fall flowers is to remember not to overwater them. This isn't the summer where you're really wanting to drench the entire thing in water to soak into the ground. When you water for fall, it's just going to be more of a misting. Okay, so now before you start any kind of fall planting, or really any planting, you need to till your soil. You can do this with a spade or just with your hands. You want to get into your planter and break apart the soil and break up any old root systems that were still left in there. Okay, so now that we're ready to plant, we want to make sure that we're pre-arranging our flowers first with how we want them to be. So the best way to do this is to put the tallest in the middle and then work on a decline from there, with each side matching. A way to think about planting any type of planter is the rule of thumb of thriller, spiller, and filler. You can see Megan explaining it here that you always want a big, splashy plant for your thriller, something in the front of the planter that is going to spill down, and then littler plants to use as your filler plants. Now that you're ready to plant and you have the flowers arranged how you want them, you next need to deadhead each plant, which means removing all the dead leaves and buds before you plant it. After deadheading, you're going to remove the plants from their containers. As you can see here, Megan is breaking the roots from the underside of the planter because it will allow the plants to grow more. When you actually remove the plants from the container, you need to squeeze them out rather than cutting them out. Then, once you have them out, you'll need to break up the roots even further because it'll allow the plants to breathe and allow them to grow taller. When you're getting ready to actually plant the flowers, you'll want to just put the dirt loosely around the plants. You don't need to pack it in there. That's because you're adding more plants, and the loose dirt will actually allow the water to flow easier to the different plants. All right, so now that we know all of those steps, let's get busy planting those flowers. So now that we're done planting, we need to water. But remember, we're not going to overdo it with the water because we're trying to avoid root rot. So just a sprinkling over the top to wet the soil will work. Okay, so here we have it, our finished project. And of course, this wouldn't be a fall planter unless we added some pumpkins or gourds. A pro tip from Megan, if you are using real pumpkins, you can put clear nail polish or hairspray on them to make them last longer. That's a wrap on our fall planter. Thanks for watching the video, and remember, if you want any planter tips, check out Megan on Instagram at Pollen Pine. Hope to see you all in the library soon.